2025 is not just another year on the calendar, it's a blank canvas waiting for you to create something extraordinary. Today, I invite you to consider a bold idea. The power to transform your life begins with transforming your mind. Your beliefs, your thoughts, and your emotions are the paintbrushes, and the masterpiece you create is entirely up to you. Imagine stepping into a future where you are no longer bound by old habits, fears, or limitations, a future where your greatest potential becomes your reality. To get there, you must embrace one undeniable truth: the way you think shapes the world you live in. As we prepare to enter 2025, it's time to let go of the past, to stop living on autopilot, and to break free from the old story you've been telling yourself. Together, let's uncover how to align your mindset with your deepest desires, so you can create a future that's not just better, but extraordinary. Let me know if you'd like adjustments or the rest of the speech. 2025 is not just another year on the calendar, it's a blank canvas waiting for you to create something extraordinary. Today, I invite you to consider a bold idea. The power to transform your life begins with transforming your mind. Your beliefs, your thoughts, and your emotions are the paintbrushes, and the masterpiece you create is entirely up to you. The question is, what are you ready to paint on the canvas of this new year? What version of yourself are you prepared to bring to life? Imagine stepping into a future where you are no longer bound by old habits, fears, or limitations, a future where your greatest potential becomes your reality. Close your eyes for a moment and picture it. What does it feel like to wake up with clarity, purpose, and unwavering confidence? What does it feel like to know that every decision you make is propelling you closer to the life you've always dreamed of? That future is not something far away, separate from who you are now. It's waiting for you to claim it, and the key to unlocking it lies within your mindset. You see, the way you think shapes the world you live in. Every thought, every belief, every emotion acts as a signal, sending out vibrations into the world and determining what you attract back into your life. For many of us, though, these signals are on repeat. We're living in the same patterns, thinking the same thoughts, and experiencing the same emotions day after day, year after year. And then we wonder why our lives don't change. But here's the truth: your external reality is simply a reflection of your internal state. If you want to change your life, you must first change your mind. As we prepare to enter 2025, it's time to let go of the past, to stop living on autopilot, and to break free from the old story you've been telling yourself. The story that says, "I'm not good enough, I've tried before and failed," or "this is just the way things are." Those are not truths, they are beliefs that you have the power to rewrite. The past does not define you unless you allow it to. The moment you decide to release those limitations is the moment you step into the infinite possibilities that exist for you. What if you could wake up tomorrow and be free from the fear, doubt, or hesitation that has held you back? What if you could rewire your mind to see opportunities instead of obstacles? This isn't just a motivational idea, it's grounded in science. Your brain is not fixed, it's malleable, capable of creating new neural pathways and breaking old ones. When you choose to think differently, you literally change the structure of your brain. And as you change your brain, you change your life. But this shift doesn't happen by chance. It happens by intention. It happens when you commit to becoming the architect of your thoughts and emotions, instead of being a passive observer. It happens when you stop reacting to life and start creating it. You must become deeply aware of the thoughts you think, the emotions you feel, and the energy you project. Ask yourself, are these aligned with the future I want to create? If they're not, it's time to make a shift. You don't need to wait for external circumstances to change before you feel joy, gratitude, or love. In fact, the opposite is true. You must embody those emotions now. By doing so, you signal to your mind and body that the future you desire is already happening. This isn't just wishful thinking, it's aligning yourself with the energy of the life you want. And when you do that, the universe begins to conspire in your favor. This year, let 2025 be the year you step into your power, break free from old patterns, and consciously design the life you've always wanted. The transformation begins in your mind. Believe in your ability to change, and the world will follow. Your new future starts now. 2025 is not just another year, it's an opportunity, a doorway, a fresh start for you to create something extraordinary. As you stand on the threshold of this new chapter, I want you to understand something profound. The power to transform your life lies entirely within your grasp. It doesn't depend on external circumstances, the opinions of others, or even your past experiences. It begins and ends with one thing: your mindset. Your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions shape the life you live, and the incredible truth is that you have the ability to choose them. Take a moment to reflect on your current reality. Are you living a life that excites you? Do you feel connected to a vision that pulls you forward? Or are you still tethered to the habits, fears, and limitations of your past? For most of us, it's easy to fall into patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving that we repeat over and over again. These patterns are familiar, and because they feel familiar, they feel safe. But the truth is, they are often the very things keeping us stuck. The life you are living right now is not a fixed outcome. It is a reflection of the thoughts you have consistently chosen, whether consciously or unconsciously. The same thoughts lead to the same choices. The same choices create the same behaviors. The same behaviors produce the same experiences, and those experiences reinforce the same emotions. This cycle creates the reality you know. If you want a different reality in 2025, you have to break that cycle. You have to choose new thoughts that lead to new actions and ultimately create a new future. The mind is powerful, and what you focus on expands. If you spend your time and energy focusing on what's wrong, on what you fear, or on what you believe you lack, that is exactly what you will attract into your life. But when you shift your focus to what you desire, to what excites you, and to the possibilities that exist, you begin to pull those experiences toward you. This isn't just philosophy, it's a principle grounded in both neuroscience and quantum physics. Your brain is constantly wiring itself based on the thoughts you repeat and the emotions you feel. And the energy you emit has a magnetic quality. It draws experiences that match its frequency. Imagine waking up every day in 2025 with a clear vision of who you want to be and what you want to achieve. Imagine feeling gratitude not just for what you already have, but for what's coming into your life. That gratitude is a signal, telling your brain and body that the future you want is already happening. And when you start to feel as though you're already living the life of your dreams, you become an energetic match for it. The more you embody this version of yourself, the more your reality begins to shift to align with it. But let me be clear, this transformation doesn't happen by accident. It requires intentionality. It requires discipline. It requires you to become deeply aware of your thoughts and emotions, not just occasionally, but consistently. You must learn to catch yourself when you drift into fear, doubt, or negativity, and redirect your focus toward what you truly want. This isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending life is perfect. It's about choosing to see opportunities where others see obstacles and responding to those challenges in a way that moves you closer to your goals. 2025 is your invitation to step out of the story you've been telling yourself about who you are and what's possible. The past doesn't define you unless you let it. Every day, every moment, you have the power to choose a new thought, a new belief, a new action that leads to a new outcome. You don't need permission. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment. The moment is now, and the permission is already yours. The year ahead holds unlimited potential, but the version of you that will step into that potential cannot be the same version of you that hesitates, doubts, or fears. You must become the person who is ready for the life you want. Decide today that you are no longer available for mediocrity, for self-doubt, or for living small. Decide that this is the year you will rise, the year you will expand, and the year you will claim the life that has always been waiting for you. Change your mindset, and you will change your life. It's as simple and as profound as that. Step into 2025 with intention, with courage, and with the belief that your best days are not behind you, they are ahead of you. Everything you need to create the life of your dreams is already within you. The question is, are you ready to tap into it? Your journey begins now. 2025 is more than just the start of another year. It is a moment in time where everything can change if you choose to embrace it. Think about that for a moment, the power to create a completely new reality, to break free from old limitations, and to step boldly into the person you've always known you could be. That power isn't external. It isn't something you have to find, earn, or achieve. It has always been within you, waiting for you to realize it. And that realization begins with your mindset. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world. It colors your perceptions, shapes your decisions, and ultimately determines the results you experience. If you've ever felt stuck, as though you're spinning your wheels no matter how hard you try, it's not because life is against you or because you lack the resources or ability to succeed. It's because the same patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving that created your current situation cannot create a new one. To change your life, you must change the way you think. Most people live their lives on autopilot, repeating the same thoughts, engaging in the same emotions, and making the same choices day after day. It feels familiar, and familiarity feels safe. But this is an illusion. Comfort zones are not safe. They are cages that keep us small and prevent us from reaching our potential. If you want to create something extraordinary in 2025, you have to be willing to step out of that cage. You have to be willing to let go of the old story that has defined you and write a new one. What if, instead of thinking about what could go wrong, you started focusing on what could go right? What if, instead of replaying the disappointments of the past, you chose to imagine the possibilities of the future? This shift in perspective might seem simple, but it is incredibly powerful. When you change the way you think, you change the way you feel. And when you change the way you feel, you change the energy you project into the world. That energy is a magnet, drawing experiences, people, and opportunities that align with it. Science tells us that the brain is adaptable. It can form new neural connections and pathways, allowing you to literally rewire it to think and respond in new ways. But here's the catch: you have to consciously direct that process. You have to choose moment by moment to replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones, to interrupt patterns of fear and replace them with faith, and to act in alignment with the future you desire, instead of reacting to the circumstances of the present. Imagine starting each day in 2025 with clarity about who you want to be and what you want to create. Imagine feeling gratitude, not just for the life you currently have, but for the life you are in the process of building. That gratitude isn't just a feel-good exercise, it's a signal to your brain and body that the future you envision is already happening. This is where the magic begins, when you can emotionally experience your desired future as if it's already here. Your mind and body start to align with that reality. But transformation isn't passive. It's not about hoping things will change or waiting for the right moment to take action. It's about choosing every single day to step into the version of yourself that is capable of achieving your dreams. This version of you already exists. It's simply waiting for you to embody it. What would this version of you think, feel, and do? How would they handle challenges? How would they pursue their goals? Start acting as if you are already that person, and watch how your world begins to shift. 2025 is not going to be different because the calendar changes. It's going to be different because you decide it will be. You have to make the choice to break free from the fears, doubts, and habits that have held you back. You have to make the decision to stop living by default and start living by design. This is your year to rise, to evolve, and to claim the life that has always been waiting for you. The question is not whether change is possible. The question is whether you are ready to embrace it. The future is not something you step into, it's something you create. And that creation begins in your mind. It begins with the decision to think bigger, feel deeper, and act with purpose. Everything you need to transform your life is already within you. All you have to do is unlock it. Let 2025 be the year you break free, the year you expand, and the year you finally become everything you were meant to be. The time is now. The journey begins with you. 2025 is not just the next chapter in your life, it's the beginning of a completely new book if you allow it to be. Right now, you have an incredible opportunity to redefine what's possible for you, to break free from the mental and emotional patterns that have held you back, and to step into a version of yourself that you may have only dreamed of until now. That transformation doesn't happen by accident, nor does it depend on the world around you changing. It begins with one crucial shift: changing your mindset. Your mindset is the foundation of everything you experience. It is the silent force shaping your beliefs, influencing your emotions, and guiding your actions. If your mindset remains rooted in old fears, doubts, and limitations, then no matter how much effort you put in, you'll continue to find yourself stuck in the same patterns. But when you change the way you think, when you shift your perspective to one of possibility, hope, and empowerment, you unlock the ability to change your life. This is not just a motivational concept, it's a truth backed by science and lived out by countless people who dared to believe in a better future. Think about the power of your thoughts for a moment. Every thought you think sends a signal, not just within your brain, but to your entire body and beyond. Your thoughts influence your emotions, and your emotions influence your actions. Over time, these actions create the reality you live in. If your thoughts are dominated by worry, lack, or self-doubt, then your emotions will reflect that, and your actions will align with those feelings. But when you choose thoughts of gratitude, excitement, and confidence, you generate emotions that energize and inspire you, and those emotions lead to bold, aligned actions. This is the essence of transformation, shifting your internal world so profoundly that your external world begins to change as a result. What holds most people back isn't a lack of potential or opportunity. It's a lack of belief in their own power to create change. They've been conditioned by their past, by their failures, by the opinions of others, and by their own inner critic. They carry these stories around like baggage, allowing them to define what they think is possible. But the past does not define you unless you choose to let it. The moment you decide to release those old stories, you free yourself to create a new one. You are not the person you were 5 years ago, or even 5 minutes ago. You are constantly evolving, and 2025 is your chance to step fully into that evolution. What would your life look like if you gave yourself permission to dream without limits? If you stopped telling yourself what's realistic or reasonable, and instead focused on what truly excites you? The truth is, you can have that life. The only thing standing between you and your dreams is the belief that they are possible. Once you believe it, you begin to act as if it's already true. And those actions set the wheels of change in motion. Transformation takes intention. It takes a willingness to step into the unknown, to challenge old beliefs, and to adopt new habits that align with the life you want to create. This isn't about trying harder, it's about thinking differently. It's about deciding that you are no longer available for self-doubt, procrastination, or excuses. It's about committing to becoming the kind of person who naturally creates success, joy, and fulfillment, not because of luck, but because of alignment. You don't have to wait for the perfect circumstances to start this process. In fact, the most successful transformations often begin in moments of uncertainty. Why? Because those moments force you to tap into your inner strength and creativity. They push you to see beyond the surface and realize that everything you need is already within you. The courage, the wisdom, the resilience, it's all there, waiting for you to access it. Imagine how it would feel to look back on 2025 and realize it was the year everything changed. The year you stopped playing small. The year you stopped letting fear dictate your choices. The year you finally took control of your story and began writing it with intention and purpose. That vision is possible, but only if you're willing to commit to the inner work. This is your moment, your opportunity to rise above the doubts, the limitations, and the excuses that have held you back. It's your chance to create a life that reflects the truest version of who you are, a life of abundance, joy, and meaning. The first step is simple, but profound. Change your mindset, and the rest will follow. Your future is waiting, and it begins with the choices you make today. Let 2025 be the year you step into your power and create the life you've always deserved. It's time to begin. 2025 is right around the corner, and with it comes an extraordinary opportunity to reinvent your life, to break free from the past, and to create a future that feels limitless. Every day you have the power to decide who you want to be, what you want to achieve, and how you want to feel. The power to transform your life lies not in external circumstances or in waiting for the right time. It lies in your ability to change your mindset. The thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, and the emotions you feel are the building blocks of your reality. If you want a new life, you must first create new thoughts and beliefs. We often find ourselves stuck in a loop where we think the same thoughts, feel the same emotions, and experience the same outcomes over and over again. It's easy to fall into these patterns because they feel comfortable, familiar. But familiarity doesn't always equal growth. In fact, it can be one of the biggest barriers to achieving something extraordinary. The truth is, if you keep thinking and feeling the same way, you will keep creating the same experiences. If you want a new experience, you must start by thinking and feeling differently. You might be wondering how to change your mindset when your current reality seems so entrenched in the old patterns. The answer lies in your power to rewire your brain. Science has shown that your brain is not static. It's highly adaptable. This phenomenon, known as neuroplasticity, means that you have the ability to form new neural connections and recondition your mind. In other words, you can change the way you think and feel, even if it feels difficult at first. It's not about denying the past or pretending challenges don't exist. It's about consciously choosing to direct your thoughts toward the life you want to create. Every thought you think is an opportunity to shape your future. Thoughts are not just fleeting ideas that come and go. They are powerful forces that create your reality. When you change your thoughts, you change the way you see yourself, the world around you, and your potential. This is the power of mindset. By choosing to focus on what you want instead of what you fear, you shift your energy toward possibility. And as you begin to think and feel in new ways, your actions will follow, creating a ripple effect that alters the course of your life. Imagine how different your life could be if you no longer allowed fear, self-doubt, and limiting beliefs to control your choices. What if you decided to believe in your potential, to trust that you are worthy of the life you desire? What if you decided to let go of the old story that says you can't, that you're not enough, or that it's too late? The truth is, your past does not determine your future. The only thing that can stop you from achieving your dreams is the belief that you are incapable of them. And that belief can be changed. When you choose to think differently, you begin to change the energy you send out into the world. Thoughts generate emotions, and emotions generate energy. When you feel inspired, confident, and aligned with your vision, you are sending out a powerful signal to the universe. You are telling yourself and the world that you are ready for more. This is where the magic happens. As you align your thoughts, emotions, and energy with your desires, you naturally begin to attract the circumstances, people, and opportunities that match that vibration. But transformation doesn't happen overnight. It requires consistency, discipline, and an unwavering commitment to your vision. There will be times when old patterns and doubts resurface. There will be moments when it feels easier to give up or fall back into familiar ways of thinking. But that's when you must dig deep and remind yourself why you started. You have the power to change your mindset, and with it, you have the power to change your life. In 2025, you can create a life that is not defined by your past, but by the future you choose to build. This year can be the year you finally step into the person you were always meant to be, a person who believes in their own potential, who takes inspired action, and who lives with purpose and passion. But that begins now. It begins with the decision to change your mindset and the commitment to make it a reality. You have everything you need within you to create the life you want. The tools are in your hands, and the power is within your heart. The question is, will you step into it? Will you choose to embrace the future you deserve and believe in your ability to make it happen? The answer is yes. 2025 is waiting for you, and it's time to step into your power and create a life beyond your wildest dreams. Your transformation starts today.